It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams. Should be a terrific game here tonight. We're at Talking Stick Resort Arena in downtown Phoenix. Tonight, it's the Phoenix Suns taking on the Boston Celtics. The Suns win the opening tip. They'll have it first as we get going in the desert. To Booker. Slam dunk, DeAndre Ayton. So far, so good.
Didn't take long to get this crowd on their feet. And one of the most undervalued things in sports, the 13th man, the fans. If they get you going in the game, they can help you sustain that energy.
To Kemba Walker. 24-second violation. On the drive, it's Paul, but his shot stays out. The follow won't go either. Walker into the front court. A minute gone by here in the opening quarter. You've got to get that one to go. Now Paul with the basketball. Lead is 2. Knocks it down on the step back. That was not easy.
I don't know what halftime evaluation will be worse, the ankles or the bruised ego.
Kemba
The
Walker,
NBA
guarded
Season
by
8
CP3.
2021 games and highlights coming up next.
Here comes the screen. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Walker. That's usually one that he'll knock down.
That's how you do it. You stay in his pocket and you never give him any space at all. You make him smell you every single possession.
To Mikal Bridges. To Booker. Enes Kanter with the block. That's out. Last touch by Enes Kanter. Paul. Shot clock violation. Walker to Jaylen Brown. Fires the 3. Tough shot there for Jaylen Brown. No good. To Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Into the front court, it's Walker. Now down 6. Nothing going here on that drive.
NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. Washington Wizards 5-1-4, Charlotte Hornets 1-0-1-3.
And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Suns with the basketball to Booker. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
The free throw good as he completes the three-point play, and the lead is up to 9. Now Brad Stevens calls a timeout. His guys have come out flat. Slow start in this first quarter. Kemba Walker, guarded by CP3. From long range, his first effort off the mark. Has a chance. It's no good. Great defense.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning the ankle on that landing.
Cantor to Jaylen Brown. And he adds the free throw. Time for some new personnel into the game.
Number 0, Jason Tatum.
Walker. With the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
Just remember an old saying here. You're only as good as your last shot, and your last shot went in. So it's time to get going.
Mikal Bridges. To Paul. Nice pass to set things up.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Cantor to Walker. Here comes the screen. That's no good.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Ooh, Chris Paul. Missed his first. That one goes. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
Shot from the lane won't go. Booker with it. Lead stands at 10. To Paul. Driving right to the basket.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes.
Number 36, Marcus Smart.
Ooh, Chris Paul. 2 of 4 now.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
To Marcus Smart. To Jaylen Brown. 5 on the shot clock. From the outside, no good. Paul into the front court. Up a dozen. Nothing going here on that drive. Converts in the paint. Nice finish at the rim.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
To Marcus Smart. Deep 2 there. Won't go. To Paul.
I'm here. I got ball.
Screen coming. To Paul. The shot, almost. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Jaylen Brown. And his canter above the rim.
I was expecting the dish there, but way to fake that one and lay that one in.
Paul into the front court. Lead is 12. Down to 5 on the 24. Chance for Paul. Ball's loose. Look at him on the deck. To Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen.
NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. Utah Jazz 185, Indiana Pacers 1211.
Get the defender in the air.
Stuffs it down with authority. They have set the tone in this one.
I love when I see offenses come out in beast mode. You attack that paint, you get to the rim, inevitably the floor will open up for you to knock down some threes.
Gets to the basket, but it's no good. Paul across the timeline. His guys leading by 14. Scores from the post.
Old school equals high percentage.
Now Brad Stevens calls a timeout. His guys have flat out sleepwalked. It's been a brutal first quarter.
And the key is to be ready from the start. I'm not talking about the start of the game. I'm talking about the starting moments of your preparation for this game. This is why this game is an early TKO. This team has been prepared for this moment way before the game even started.
NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. Sacramento Kings 1111, Los Angeles Clippers 177.
Number 27.
A drive to the basket, but the shot rattles around and out. Paul with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. Short jumper off the mark.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
Why not? Let's keep the crowd in it.
And the reward, a couple of shots at the line.
Trust me, you want to avoid early foul trouble. Take that one as a warning.
Chris Paul at the line for 2 shots. A career 86% from the line. First one goes down. So he hits the end of put-back slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Boston with the basketball. Takes stock of the floor. He buries it, creating space with the step back.
Finally something goes their way. I don't think I need to tell you, but this has been a disaster of a first quarter. They just need somebody to get hot, and then they need to come together as a team and get a few stops.
Nothing going here on that drive. Ooh, Chris Paul. Now 4 for 9.
Whew, I don't think anyone saw this one coming, but it looks like they're trying to send a message. Look into their eyes.
NBA Season 8 2021 matchups coming up next. Toronto Raptors 1013, Memphis Grizzlies 99.
To Jaylen Brown. Right time, right player.
Can't teach height.
Has a look. Knocks it down from mid-range.
That's what happens when you don't force shots. They were patient, they used almost the entire shot clock, and at the end, they got a wide open look.
To Paul. Fine to shoot. Here's CP3. Rebound taken by Baines. To Jaylen Brown. Oh, I missed a short one there. To Paul. Lets it fly from long range. The hot shooting continues. He's got 12 in the first quarter, including that trifecta.
And Ed, did you see how quick his release was? There was no wasted motion from the waist up.
Shot by Tatum won't fall. Desperation shot here from half court. We've played one at Talking Stick Resort Arena with the Suns on top. Jay and I back with more after this. You're watching the NBA on EA Sports. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Down a bundle. To Marcus Smart.
Right. Too slow. Give me the right.
Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Marcus Smart forcing that one. Well defended. Now Paul with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. Tough make through traffic.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays. No one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
No, the Suns come up with the steal.
Keep your foot on the gas, but don't get too reckless.
To Crawford. Jamal Crawford. He's finally on the board. Makes his first shot.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Bulldog. Look, it ain't always going to be pretty. But this is a results-oriented business, and this dude will always give you a good ROI.
DeAndre Ayton to Paul. They've slowed down the pace. Now 3 on the shot clock. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Off the mark. Walker with the basketball. His guys down big. Thompson to Kemba Walker for 3. Off the iron. No good. The follow won't go either. Oh, denied.
As my old teammate RJ would say, stay down, clown.
Flushes it home. This is becoming a runaway.
They're getting to the rim at will, probably because we're watching Matador defense. You probably want to get in the way of your defender if they keep trying to attack the rim.
Kemba Walker picked up by Paul. To Marcus Smart. Couple of cracks at the line now.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
Robert Williams at the line. Misses the first. Second one goes. It's a 1-of-2 trip.
I like that. I got him.
DeAndre Ayton. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Kemba Walker at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Free throw's good to cap off the 3-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. Shot clock, it's coming down to 4. Now down to 3. Fires the 3, and the rebound taken by Thompson. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Paul into the front court. Looking to make something happen. On the shot clock for Phoenix. It's Paul for 2. Gets a look. Can't hit.
I'm not sure that the contest on the shot contributed to the miss, but what it might have done is seep into the confidence of the shooter that the next time he might decide to try to drive to the rim instead of settling for a jump.
Off the assist.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Here's Paul controlling the offense. Probing the defense. Nothing going here on that drive. To Crawford. Rebound, Ojale. To Walker. With the interception. Great defensive play.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Paul. Won't go down. Kemba Walker matched up with Paul. Goes to the right side. With the interception. And he finishes at the rim. When you look at playmakers from the last decade plus, what sets Chris Paul apart?
He always puts you in a position to succeed. He leads because he's vocal, and when he directs and he guides, there is nobody better at the position than CP3.
And he'll go to the foul line.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Tristan Thompson, couple of free throws on the way. He wants this number up, 60% career free throw shooter. Oops, he missed the first one. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. Suns control the possession. Booker. Here comes the screen. Drive from the baseline, but it won't go down.
And I'm telling you from personal experience, those are the ones that keep you up late at night. A point-blank miss right there. You got to make those.
Walker. Send it away.
Did you see how far he got up? He kept going up and up and up. I think he's still going up.
To Paul. Great defense there, forcing the pickup. That'll be out of bounds. Last touch by Paul. Walker. Screen coming. To Kemba Walker. Boston with 4 to shoot. Ah, that's a 24-second violation.
For the Celtics,
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
number 30, Troy Daniels. Subbing in for the Boston Celtics, number 4, Enes Kanter.
Booker to Paul. Beyond the arc for 3.
Enes Kanter, that's his second.
Chris Paul is going to get a chance at 3 here, shooting 50%. Some yes, some no in this contest. First one, count it. Second and 3, got it.
That boy got jumper.
Almost settles for a 2-3 trip. To Kanter, knocked loose. Wow, look at him dive for the loose ball. Look out, Devin Booker. He is shooting well. He's made 2/3 of his shots.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Here comes the screen. Kemba Walker matched up with Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Tatum. Textbook defense.
And look, sometimes you don't have it going every single night. Maybe utilize yourself as a decoy and get some teammates involved with your passing.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Bodies bouncing all around on that layup with the offense winning that battle. But if the defense keeps up that kind of pressure, good things are bound to happen.
That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
You normally don't see that, but that's the type of thing that keeps shooters in the league for a long time. Every once in a while, they venture into the paint.
Mikal Bridges to Paul. Now preparing to shoot at the line.
Love the fact that the shooter created contact on the upward motion to shoot the basketball. Big time play.
Troy Daniels has got 2 shots coming. For his career, 82%. And hits the first free throw.
Number 10, Dario Saric.
2 for 2 on that trip.
That's a mini bucket.
Walker.
Hey, lock up, lock up.
To Kanter. scores from the post.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor to Mikal Bridges. Probing the defense. Trying to cash in with the fadeaway. Burns him for the basket.
The reality is no one can guard a player at his level one-on-one. The help defense needs to be shown, and he needs to see a series of obstacles instead of just one individual.
Nothing going here on that drive. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
Kemba Walker trying to cash in on a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Missed it at the line. To Booker.
Send me down, ice, ice.
To Mikal Bridges. Devin Booker. Well defended. To Walker.
2 minutes remaining in the second.
Nothing going here on that drive. Return label included.
The offense might want to adjust here. That's his fourth block of the evening.
Tatum smothering D.
And there's always so much talk about defense. How about offensively? If you continue to attack that shooter, now you're making him work on the defensive end. That makes him take his legs away on the offensive end.
From the painted area, won't go down. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Jaylen Brown at the line for a chance at a three-point play. A career 65% free throw shooter. Got it from the line.
Shot, bro.
It's Phoenix ball.
I got ball.
To Booker.
I got ball.
Sizing up the defense. Booker. Now that's a contest.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Kemba Walker against Chris Paul.
1 minute left in the
To Jaylen Brown. The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Walker.
defensive foul to number 24, Chris Paul, for Boston.
Kemba Walker is going to get 3 shots here, shooting 66% in this contest. Off the mark on the first free throw. That one won't go. One more to come. And he goes 1 for 3 on this trip to the line. With the rock, it's Chris Paul to Booker. Paul to Booker. Down to 5 on the 24. Doesn't even see the defender. Buries the shot.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
To Kemba Walker. To Cantor. And it's Cantor. That's 3 now on 4 shots. Deep 3 at the buzzer. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports halftime report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The Suns were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. The Celtics did a lot of things wrong in that opening half. There isn't enough time to get into all of their problems, but I'll tell you this, they need to try to get better. These are the guys getting buckets for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Steals.
As long as there's time left on the game clock, no lead is truly safe. They just have to be ready to seize every opportunity in the second half.
Player of the half.
Ayton couldn't be denied the award after all of those slams. He might get top plays all to himself at the end of the game if he keeps this up.
Who was cold?
What can you say about a guy like this? Except that he fits the title of this segment. He was definitely cold in that first half. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Walker into the front court. His guys down big. To Cantor. Won't go. Here's Paul, controlling the offense. To Booker. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. Gets a look. Can't hit. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Whoa, look what I found.
You know it's a bad block when somebody snatches the ball out of the air. Wow.
Look out, Devin Booker. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Look, I get it. I've been one of the players who have had these mishaps happen to defensively. There is no worse feeling than the next day in film session watching yourself roam on the island by yourself. Somebody in this particular moment needs to tell you to get your head out of you-know-what to get back in the game.
Paul to Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. To Paul. 5 on the shot clock for Phoenix. Devin Booker.
That's his second.
Devin Booker is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 84% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. It's a second. One more coming. It's all 3 free throws. Into the front court, it's Walker. Down a bundle. Shot clock coming down to 4. Down to 3. Has a look. And the Suns secure the rebound. To Paul. Booker to Paul. Deep 2 there. Won't go. Across the timeline, it's Walker. Looking to make something happen.
Right.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Here comes the screen. Booker to Paul. Add 2 points to the board. There's a sixth sense there that you just can't teach.
If you're a player on the same team with CP3, you should be taking that point guard out to dinner every single night. There's something to be said about a guard that makes the game way easier for you to be even more of an efficient offensive player.
To Cantor. And it's Cantor. He's now shooting 5 for 7.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Paul to Mikal Bridges. Booker's shot off the mark. Walker with the basketball. He'll run the offense. Nothing going here on that drive. To Jaylen Brown. Tatum drills the 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
It's Suns ball.
I got ball.
To Mikal Bridges. Nothing going here on that drive. To Mikal Bridges. Oh, nice find for the basket.
Because in certain players' mind, it doesn't matter if they're amongst the trees or not. They're always going to be the giant in the paint.
Walker to Cantor. To Walker. Shot clock winding down. Trying to cash in. Shot by Tatum won't go. Mikal Bridges. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
To Kemba Walker. Won't go. Drive on the baseline, but his shot stays out. To Jaylen Brown.
Defense, let's go.
Screen coming. Has a chance. Give it to him. Kemba Walker. Now 3 for 9.
Ed, here's a next level comment for you. K-Walk is one of the rare guys in the league today that blurs the lines between the streets and the league.
The drive. Right.
Oh! Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Walker. Jumper's good.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Phoenix has the ball. Surveys the floor. Paul. And the finish. Jay, that was unguardable.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
To Walker. To Jaylen Brown. Has a look. Gets it to go. Someone clearly missed their rotation.
Clearly not afraid of the spotlight here because that was not an easy look.
Paul. Oh, he had him there for a second. Paul. 4-3. And he's fouled. Nice move that time, and he's going to the line for 2.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
Second of 3, off the mark. Celtics have it.
My ball.
Walker to Cantor. And draws the foul.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Enes Kanter at the line for 2 shots. For his career, 77% at the line. First free throw is good. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Paul across the timeline. His guys holding the big lead. Here comes the screen. Chance for Chris Paul. Just off the mark. A drive, but he can't get it to go.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Paul to Booker. Nothing going here on that drive. Paul driving, but he can't connect. Walker to Cantor. Gets it in the right corner. To Kemba Walker. A drive to the basket, but the shot won't go down. Paul with it up top. His guys hold a commanding lead. He connects, had all the time in the world. Too easy.
Man, if we were at Rucker Park right now, everybody will be wilding on the court. Guaranteed.
To Cantor. Oh, he had it. Mikal Bridges to Paul. Nothing going here on that drive. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
I love when I see a good contest. You're crowding the player's landing space, which naturally makes him worrisome about turning an ankle on that landing.
Here comes the screen. Curling inside. Big finish at the rim.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Prob City.
Paul to Booker. It's a big finish.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
Walker to Marcus Smart. Here comes the screen. Boston with 4 to shoot. Tatum shot misses.
I just love where this takes you into the psychological battle as a player offensively. Was that a great contest, or did you just miss the shot? But now you have me thinking about that the entire next possession.
Knocked loose. Paul. And stuffs it home.
An easy 2. Get back on defense.
The assist from number 24, Chris Paul.
Celtics have it. Cantor with a shot that won't fall.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Third quarter comes to an end. The Suns dominating so far. It'll be Suns basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they have done no wrong to this point. They have this game well in control.
They took control early, and they never let up. The scary thing about this team, if they keep their foot on the gas and then throttle it down, they can win this game by 50.
Easy path to the rim.
You know, it reminds me out of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Paul. To Crawford. Five seconds to shoot. Jamal Crawford. Quiet night, but 2 for 3 in the contest right now.
There you go. I like seeing scoring coming from unlikely sources.
Scores from the post.
There you go. Finally, shoot your shot.
Phoenix with it. Crawford. Takes stock of the floor. Screen coming. Nothing going here on that drive. To Paul. Trying to cash in. Paul's shot won't go down. Oh, he got a piece of it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
A pass taken away by the Celtics.
Tonight, it may not cost you, but in a playoff game, it will.
A drive by Brown, but he can't finish. Charged with the board.
And you knew this game had a chance to get out of hand pretty quickly because of the communication. When these guys stepped on the court, Ed, they were yapping back and forth to each other. And that kind of communication, that kind of collective responsibility to one another, you feel that on the court. That's why this team is special.
Changes coming from both sides right now.
Subbing in for the Celtics, number 24, Chris Paul.
Ball's controlled by Boston. Work it down to Brown. Nice pass to get things going.
And when the ball gets the defense rotating from side to side, you're bound to find opportunities for each other.
Paul. The Suns with 4 to shoot. Chance for Paul. Unbothered by the defense as he drills it.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
To Jaylen Brown. A pass stolen by Phoenix.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in first and second grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs. Aaron Baines trying to cash in on a three-point play. For his career, 80% at the line. Free throw's good to cap off the three-point play as they draw a tiny bit closer. Now Paul with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Mikal Bridges to Paul. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Knocks it down off the step back.
Might have had an extra dribble or two there, but he got the shot he wanted.
And counted at the rim.
Attack mode isn't a switch that you can just turn on and off. He needs to do more of that. We need to see him penetrate, get into that lane, and create.
Mikal Bridges to Paul. Oh, leaves the defender in the dust. Driving right to the basket. Oh, straight down the middle, 4-2. He has that sixth sense that you just can't teach.
He's like a traffic cop, and he's navigating a myriad of bodies coming his way. And there's a smaller innuendo of the game that nobody talks about. When he makes a great pass, he'll tell the offensive player, shoot it, go up, dunk it. He will direct you and lead you to success.
To Mikal Bridges. And a pass stolen by Boston. Nice finish at the rim.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Boston with the basketball. Kemba Walker picked up by Paul. Probing the defense. Able to convert inside.
Old school equals high percentage.
To Booker. DeAndre Ayton. Can't miss those. Walker into the front court. His guys down big. To Jaylen Brown. Here comes the screen.
Here it is.
The Celtics down to 4 in the shot clock. Tough shot. He hits.
Well, that change is inevitable. And one of the things that continues to fascinate me about this game, usually when you see a good three-point shooting team, their shoulders are square to the basket. That's no longer the case in today's game. These guys are off balance, they're moving different ways, yet they still have extreme shot-making ability.
Nothing going here on that drive. Rebound, Aaron Baines. Into the front court, it's Walker. Down by 15. Baseline drive. And count the basket inside.
Ooh, cool, calm, and collective. The 3 C's. His handles are effortless.
Here's Paul. Brings it up the floor. The pass set it all up.
We're watching a clinic right now. We're watching basketball one-on-one. Whoever this professor is, he needs to get paid top dollar.
To Walker. Boston with 4 to shoot. Has a chance. And a putback slam.
And I got a chance to hear a lot of the conversation at the bench. And one of the things they called out was owning the backboards. Looks like the message is really getting through.
New blood coming in for both sides. Booker to Paul.
For the Boston Celtics, number 31, Tristan Thompson.
To Booker. Paul. A bad pass, and the Celtics have it. To Jaylen Brown. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Jaylen Brown at the line for a chance at a three-point play. He's perfect from the line so far. Oh, he can't connect. Suns with the basketball. He wants it at the rim and scores.
Ed, all this talk I heard over the summer, what about CP3's hamstring? Will he be able to get back his first step? Will he still have it? There you go.
Thompson Oh, the Suns come up with the steal. Jason Tatum.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
The screen sets him up for two.
Oh, don't see the read, be the read.
A pass stolen by Phoenix. To Paul. A lot of contact on that play. He plays through it and scores.
I don't know if the scouting report has made its way out here yet, but if anything, it says you need to not let him get that close to the rim.
Tatum. Not that time. He missed it. To Paul. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Across the timeline, it's Walker. Down a bundle. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
I love the drive to the basket there. Instead of trying to go around or over, go through.
Paul into the front court. He'll run the offense. Screen coming. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at three coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Free throw's good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach.
2 minutes remaining in the fourth quarter.
To Kemba Walker. Off the assist.
In the last 10 sequences down the court, everybody's touched the ball. You don't see anybody with any kind of negative expressions on their face because everybody's eating.
Mikal Bridges to Paul. Got it.
Sometimes when the players find that flow, nobody else needs to touch the ball. He's in a zone by himself.
To Jaylen Brown. Walker. He shoots. Oh, off the mark. Suns control the possession. Paul to Mikal Bridges. From the painted area, won't go down. Walker to Cantor. Now ready with a couple of free throws.
Sometimes when you get up big, you get a little careless. But attention to detail through the end, that's how you avoid unnecessary fouls.
Knocks down the first. No good on the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Paul into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Gets a look. Can't hit. It's Phoenix ball. Probing the defense. To Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges with the strong finish. At this point, they're twisting in the wind.
Were you looking for a response from me? Because I don't really know what else there is to even say. I mean, is this even a game? I mean, we should just start packing up and getting ready to go right now.
Has a look. Yes, it drops. A little drama on that one.
I get tired of hearing guys say, I was there, I contested a shot, I pretty much had a hand in his face. Well, no, you have to change up the game. If a guy is right-handed, he is right eye dominant. Get that hand over his right eye, block his vision. That'll enhance his chances of missing the shot.
It's the Suns with the victory as they win this one handily. That does it. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been a presentation of the NBA on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. As we say, so long, everyone.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Suns came away with the victory in this one. You ask me, and I'll tell you, it was the ball movement that made all the difference. There's something to be said for a team that can win as a group. And that's what happened here today. Check out the leading scores for the Phoenix Suns. The Celtics didn't lose big, but it wasn't exactly close either. And even though some of them smiled and shook hands with the other guys after the game, you could tell by the way they headed to the tunnels how disappointed they were about this loss. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Assists.
The Phoenix Suns played fantastic team basketball today. Ball movement is clearly what separated these two squads.
Player of the game.
Chris Paul put up the kind of points that made him an easy choice for this award. He couldn't be stopped. And when he realized he was in a zone, he just took it to another level.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete. But even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Here are the top plays from the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
That does it for us. On behalf of the rest of the crew, good night.